Mega Man 7 is the best Mega Man game ever made. Okay, so you guys need to hear me out before you snipe me from like 30 miles from here for not saying Mega Man X is the best or Mega Man X2 is the best. Yes, I love those games too. They're amazing. Mega Man 7 is my personal favorite and the one that I think is the best of all time. Now, to preface this, there's many good Mega Man games. If we're talking about just the original classic series, I love Mega Man 4 through 6. Those are my favorite. I think 6 is the favorite out of those three, that trilogy. But 7 just steps it up in so many ways that you just wouldn't expect from one to the other. I mean, obviously we jumped from NES to SNES, so that big console jump is a huge deal. I mean, especially if you're marathoning the games from 1 through, well, there's 11 now. And hopefully 12 soon if that Game Awards reveal comes soon enough, I hope. But if you do choose to marathon that games, which I wouldn't recommend unless you hate yourself, going from 6 to 7 is just wow. I mean, talk about a visual upgrade. The game is gorgeous. You pop in, there's a new opening cutscene, which 4 had an opening cutscene, and there's been little bits here and there, but it hasn't been as in depth. There's like some dialogue now, showing off the new hardware. Obviously the colors, it's 16-bit, it looks amazing. They made all the new sound effects and some remixes of old music in 16-bit now, which is great after hearing 8-bit crunches for like 20 hours playing 1 through 6. Hearing the 16-bit music is just amazing. And yeah, Mega Man looks great. They got all the designs, perfect roll, Wily. Everybody just looks great. The Robot Masters are all designed really well. For me, the best designs are Freeze Man, Burst Man, and Spring Man. Those are the ones that just stand out to me. I like Shade Man too. It looks just like Count Chocula actually. And Junkman, Frankenstein type of guy, you know. They're all super well designed. Speaking of the bosses though, although their designs are great, they are a little bit on the easy side since their weaknesses kind of stun trap them a little bit. You can kind of stun lock them if you know what you're doing. But they can still be challenging at times and they're just fun. I mean, they look great while fighting them. They have fun little animations at the beginning of each fight and they all have their own personality, so to speak. Along with them, the stages are also just gorgeous. I mean, you walk through each one, the aesthetics are awesome. Cloudman's just being obviously in the clouds. You can set up a storm there. Junkman's being a junkyard with a bunch of cockroaches everywhere, which are so annoying, by the way, but they're also super cool and cute. Springman has one of my favorite stages where you're just bouncing around all over the place, kind of like a classic Sonic level and the pinball levels. And along with that, Freeze Man is also awesome for having that dinosaur extinction ice age type of thing going on. But for sure, my favorite stage has to be Shade Man's stage. I mean, a robot graveyard, robot zombies coming out from the grave. You can even get that Ghosts and Goblins remix coming out there if you press a special button combo. The music for this stage is definitely the best out of any of the stages. I mean, it's just too catchy. I have to bob my head every time I listen to it. There's just so much that went into making this game feel fresh while paying homage to what came before it. I mean, obviously 7 came out after Mega Man X, which was not only a crazy different game from the original series, but it just has so much going on that it's way faster, you're speedier. The weapons feel different, the bosses feel different. Obviously you have the wall jumps now. It just changes up the formula so much. So going back to the main series, the developers knew that they had to up the ante, especially now that they're on the SNES. They can't just do exactly the same thing again. And so we kind of have this mixture of new stuff along with keeping the same old school feel that they used to have. So Mega Man himself feels bigger because the screen feels more zoomed in. He's just like, his model's a lot bigger, so there's less going on, and the stress that you have while playing because of that tough as nails platformer kind of thing they all go for kind of goes down a little bit, which I appreciate. I mean, some of the levels in like Mega Man 2, Mega Man 1 especially, with how janky it is, can get you so frustrated dying over and over again off this bullshit that they put up. And this game, I feel like, has a little bit less of that. except for fucking Turbo Man stage, but we'll get there. Slash Man stage is just badass. The whole Jurassic Park homage is super cool. I like his design as well, although his boss fight is a little bit frustrating just because I can't really ever figure out when the little red balls are gonna come falling down, and they don't let you move, so he gets a free hit, which is a little annoying, but it's still manageable. Burst Man stage is typically the first one you play if you're going in boss weakness order. It's a lot of fun too. His boss fight is awesome, moving and managing the bubbles at the same time. He has a really cool gimmick. Freeze Man, again with the whole Ice Age thing, is really cool. The polar bears are awesome, and I just like his arena. And then we get to Turbo Man. His stage is so damn annoying because he has these tires going above the roof of the stage, and they bounce you all over the place. On the first jump where the tires are introduced, obviously you're put in a safe spot, classic Mega Man game design, show you in a safe environment, so that later they'll put you in a dangerous environment with the same obstacle so you can know how to beat it or get over it pretty much. But the issue is that the tires give you these, not pixel perfect jumps, but almost pixel perfect jumps where you just have to, I don't know, jump like almost perfectly at the right time, and if you don't, you get bounced into the spikes. I died over and over and over and over trying to get through this. Eventually I got it, but man, was it annoying. And his stage overall was just the least enjoyable. Now I have complained a little bit right now, so you might be wondering, why does he think this is the best Mega Man game ever made? Well, not only is it the best looking Mega Man game ever made, I mean, yeah, we have Mega Man 11 now in HD, and it looks kind of nice, although it's a little bit janky, but this game just has the perfect aesthetic. I know the old school SNES aesthetic isn't for everybody, and the NES aesthetic does have its charm. I do still love those games and love the way they look, and the sound effects and everything, and the crunches and beeps and boops. But this game just has the perfect in-between. It doesn't look too modernized and clunky, but it also doesn't go back all the way. And it just has this perfect 16-bit art style. Mega Man looks great running, shooting, and overall the game is just pleasant to look at. Along with that, I mean, they just got this almost perfect balance for the gameplay. They took the difficult, tough as nails kind of thing they had in the first 6 games, they kept it, and they added a few things from the aesthetic of X, as well as just some things to balance it out, making the Robot Masters a little bit more manageable, the stage is a little bit more manageable. Now that the screen is zoomed in more, there's less going on, so it's a little bit easier to handle it all at once. And with the more pleasant art style and music, it's just so much better to play. At the end of the day, the SNES was my first console that I ever played on when I was a little kid. So I did have this game growing up, and I do have some nostalgia for it. I'll give you guys that. I didn't have an NES growing up, and I discovered the games with the Legacy Collection about 5 years ago. But trust me, it's not all bias. Mega Man 6, I've beaten that game at least 10 times. I've learned to speedrun it. It's a comfort game for me, and this one is just like that, but I think it just tops the other games a little bit more. Oh right, and before I forget, the boss weapons. Honestly, every Mega Man game has their issues with the boss weapons. I don't know, they're not really as useful as they should be all the time. I mean, obviously Mega Man 2 has the famous metal blades, which are so broken. You know, they barely waste any ammo, they kill everything, they aim in 8 directions, it's crazy. And ever since, I feel like the developers have been a little too scared to bring something that broken, which is not a bad thing, but it just means that a lot of the games, the weapons are kind of not that useful, and except for a few instances from time to time. This game has the same kind of thing. The Thunderbolt is really great. I used it throughout my playthrough when I was recording for this video. It does great damage. It's basically like a charge shot, but instant. And a lot of the enemies, it hits them 3 times with the little bolts that go up and down, so it's pretty good. The Junk Shield also does great damage, and it does protect you well, although I don't really use the shooting of the shield that often, but it is a good weapon. The Noise Crush is just okay. I really like the Soundwave aesthetic. I don't know why, but I've always loved that kind of look in games and movies. But it's just okay. It doesn't do crazy damage. There's not always a wall to bounce it off to get that charge effect. It's only really good for the boss weakness, so meh. Wild Coil, okay, sometimes there's an enemy coming from your left and from your right, it can be useful. You can also charge it, so not a bad weapon, it's alright.
The freeze cracker fires doesn't...
Kudos to Dan Avedon for that, from Game Grumps, by the way, big fan. But yeah, best name for a Mega Man weapon of all time. This one is sadly useless. It's just a buster shot. It doesn't do great damage, and it only splits when it hits a wall, which is super rare, so sucks. Scorch Wheel is pretty cool. You can use it as kind of a mini shield, and it has a decent hitbox and good damage, so usable. I like it. Danger Wrap, it's good in a few instances, I guess, but it doesn't really do much. It doesn't have great range. Sometimes it can be great to hit those high up enemies that you can't really reach with anything else, but it's just okay. And Slash Claw, again, just okay. It does good damage, but other than the boss weakness, it's not that usable. The range is just really bad, so, but not terrible. And this is also the introduction of bass, which, you know, Mega Man and bass is infamously horrible. But bass and treble, not only are they great puns, I mean, you know, rock and roll, bass and treble, it's awesome, as always. Bass also just has a great design. I mean, the Cobra helmet thing along with the black and gold color scheme. Treble, this cool metal wolf kind of thing with the purple color scheme. It just all goes great as a contrast to Mega Man and Proto Man. And although the story in this game is dumb, I mean, obviously bass is going to be helping Wily the whole time. Wow, I didn't expect that, you know. It's still, you know, fun to watch, and the little cutscenes are a nice detail, although they can break up the pace a little too much. But overall, yeah, I'd say that this is just, to me, the most complete Mega Man game of them all. I feel like it has one of the best boss selections design-wise, some of the better levels in the series, and the best aesthetic and art style of all of them. It's just, to me, the most pleasant Mega Man game to play through. I feel like I could play it 2,000 times and not get tired of it. And that's why, to me, Mega Man 7 is the best Mega Man game ever made. Except for the final boss. You can go fuck off, Wily Capsule. Ugh. Alright, thanks to everybody for watching this video. I hope you could enjoy it. This is my first time doing a video like this where I kind of half review a game and just give my opinions on it. If you agree, that's great. Tell me about why it's your favorite Mega Man game. If you disagree, feel free to go ahead and go to the comments and discuss it with me. I would love to talk to you guys about why, you know, maybe Mega Man 9 or 10 is your favorite, or 6 or 5. You never know. The games are very samey, but also very varied at the same time. So it's a lot of fun to talk about it with people. So I hope we can have some good discussions in the comments. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will definitely be getting to Mega Man Battle Network eventually, whether it's on one of our episodes on the show where we do the playthroughs, or it's just one of these reviews, because I do love that series and I've been getting back into it with the Legacy Collection. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a good one.